We are rolling. I'm gonna try and do this all in one take. If I fuck up, fuck it. This is not one of them. Okay, people, I just want you all to know before I even make this video that I don't need to make this video. I just wanted to, just because I feel like I owe it to you lot. I've been making videos for the past, well, seriously, for the past 5 years, which is mad to think about. In 5 years' time, how much my life has changed. Yes to the bunk bed. But not a lot of people open up on social media nowadays, and I feel like as social media progresses, it gets more glamorous. We don't get to see who people really are. We just get to see the ups, because when when you're on the up, people just gravitate towards you. It is what it is with social media. When you are on the up, shit's like a snowball. But everybody is afraid to talk about you as a person, your mental, your happiness, how you're feeling. And obviously, we're all human. We're not gonna be A1 12 months out a year. And I just want to make this video to let you all know what's going on with me right now, because I feel like, I don't know whether you've noticed it, but I've been quiet on YouTube. And it took me a few days of sitting down wondering what's been going on. Don't get me wrong, alright? Shit's been going insane in my life in terms of socials and my financial situation. I haven't posted a video consistently in like 2 weeks, and maybe it's because it's November, but there's still a ridiculous amount of you people that support me in way like using the code Glenn or signing up to the plans, or I've recently started coaching again, and that's been taken off. But it's weird. It doesn't matter if I could go missing for 6 months and you all still like passionately support me, which is probably the only reason that I get myself out of these ruts, is because I'm like, you know what, it's a perspective thing. But let me just get into why I feel like I am where I am right now. So, long story short, I feel like I've burned myself out. Which is definitely something that someone could look at and say, shut the fuck up, which would have been me. If I saw someone sit down and say I'm burned out, I'd say shut up. But that's because I've never truly felt burnout. Now, you all know that I just done a prep. 16 weeks of uploading 2 or 3 times a week, while being in the deep end of prep, while filming everything myself, while uploading, editing everything. When I say I'm a one-man army, I really mean I am a one-man army, and no one helps me with anything, especially not on the prep. Let me get into it. I was coaching. I do all support on my app. That's hundreds of people that are signed up to an app that have problems every day I have to fix. I was filming and editing 3 videos a week. I may only get 2 up some weeks, but I tried my best to get 3. All deliverables on social media, I couldn't miss anything, because if I miss a beat, your boy has bills to pay. I got to stay on my 2 feet. Relationship, the list goes on. But I was doing all this while being on prep. Now, this is okay because I built up myself to be able to handle that workload. But here's where I fucked up, alright? So obviously, 16-week prep, we went to Houston, we competed. What I should have done was had some downtime. What I did do was double down. As you know, I was away in Houston with Ben. After my prep, we filmed a video every single day, and I'd get home with Ben. We'd share all the footage on. This is all while I'm still doing the coaching, the email supports, everything else that I mentioned that I do, on top of making videos like I was making every single day over in Houston after the prep, which they were like sick fucking videos. But hear me out. So we were out crack of dawn shooting the entire day. I'm doing all this stuff in between clips and stuff like that. And then we get home at night, and I'd sit up until like 2 or 3 a.m. editing a video. I'd get to sleep, wake back about like 5 a.m. do it all again. It was like, when I say the workload that we were doing, and I mean it, like, obviously having Ben there was like, if I had to do all that on my own, I probably would have died. Obviously, he's handling the shooting, so that takes a bit of the workload off me. But hear me out, I'm blabbing on now. This is not where I burned out. This is where I set myself up to burn out, alright? So every single day over in Houston making a video, banger after banger after banger. You can't deny that I was trying my best to bring like quality content to you lot. You cannot deny that. And this is right after a prep. I had zero downtime. But again, this is not where I burned out. This is where I set myself up to burn out. Anyway, Houston was done. We flew back. For the first day I landed, obviously Em came over, stayed the night. That next morning, 9 a.m, I was back up out filming with Ben. And Em can even vouch for this. So back out filming, come home, clip straight onto the laptop, still doing everything else I said I was doing, the coaching, all the support for the app, all other social medias I handle, and I was working on a project that I don't know if I want to say right now. No, I won't. Getting 4 or 5 hours sleep a night. But for me, I was like, grind, The grind is on. I'm grinding. I felt good, right? I felt amazing. Weeks went on. We're still doing the same thing. Then flew me and Ben away, filming more content. That was a holiday. It was supposed to be for me and and I literally filmed whatever, editing the entire time, which was fucking stupid. But that trip, came home, still going. Still, like, it even got to the point where Em was like upset with me and we had to have a chat that I wasn't there. Whenever I was present, I was on a laptop doing something. Like nothing else if I wasn't working, I wasn't like, I want to fucking grind. I was really on it, man. I was really on it. There was very few moments where I'd like sit down for an hour and just chill out, which is probably what led up to her feeling like that. But for me, it was, I couldn't give myself downtime. I didn't feel like I deserved it. That's one thing I definitely deal with. I always feel undeserving of what's going on. It takes someone like standing in my face and saying, Glenn, you deserve this shit. You've worked for this shit. And I'm like, you know what? I did. But I think that's what makes me always want to work just as hard as I can. This was for weeks upon weeks, traveling all over the place, making videos non-stop, 4 or 5 hours sleep a night. I don't remember a time where I didn't have my laptop in my hand just editing. And the reason I burned out is only what I feel because... Anyway, all this leads up to probably 2 weeks ago. Like, I just hit a fucking brick wall. And I feel like, honestly, I'm being dead serious, the only reason I could have ever burned out is because I went through such a taxing prep with no downtime. I feel like if I didn't go through that prep, I could work like the way I was working 12 months of the year. It was just I didn't give myself that little rest that I needed. It could have been a week. It could have been anything. I didn't give myself that after prep. And then months of even working harder while trying to have my physical self recover. It just fucked me. I kept upping the standard of everything I was doing until it reached the point where I couldn't beat that certain days, and that put me into a hole. And like, I've been in holes before. The last time I felt burned out like that was the lockdown. I was trying to make 2-3 videos a week in lockdown and I just hit a wall. And it felt like that again. And once I get in that hole, it's so fucking hard for me to get out of it. Like, my mental just took a crazy hit because I had such high expectations on myself and I couldn't meet them. Because I was burning out and I couldn't stay at that pace, or that I couldn't maintain that workload. And again, when I say I'm a one-man army, people, I am a one-man army. No one does anything for me, which is probably where my downfall is. When you see these YouTubers make 2-3 videos every single week, they're traveling, they're doing this, they're that, they're this, they have a team. Like, I am dolo out here. So that's what's been going on the past few weeks. I just hit a creative wall. Not meeting the expectations I have for myself. Missing that for like a couple of days just put me into a fucking rut. And that rut just extended over the past 2 weeks, and it got worse and it got worse. I'm not making this video for sympathy. I don't want any comments like that. I just feel like YouTube misses this shit. Like, just not every single video has to be, yo, welcome, yeah, blah, 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 like the video, 7,000 likes, da, da, da. I think YouTube is where it is today because of shit like this, man. Like, personal connections with whoever you've been watching the past few years. And not everything is sunshine and rainbows. Or it's weird, no matter how good shit is going for me, if I'm in a rut, I'm in a rut. So, the past 2 weeks, I've just been trying to just rest, which has been the hardest thing for me to ever do. I don't feel like I deserve rest. But again, without rest, I don't think I can progress. And I really well and truly burned myself out. And again, I only feel like I did is because I went through a prep. If it was just normal day to day, I'd do that 7 days a week, 12 months a year. I don't think I'd burn out. Well, again, I don't think. But I was so fucking taxed after that prep, burned myself out, put myself into a rut because I couldn't meet expectations that I was on a wave. It was so hard to maintain the workload, and I just hit a wall. And it's led me up to now. But again, past 2 weeks, I really have just rested. I feel ready to go. You're going to see that soon. I just owed you this video. The motherfucker's rocking with me since the bunk bed days. Go and use my code on all Black Friday sales. There's shit going on right now. Go check out all the links. Alpha League, Ghost, Legend London. And anyone who uses my code, I'm going to do a giveaway this month. So send me your orders. Bye.